Hey everyone, welcome back to Mod Life Season 2, Space Life. And since last episode, I've done a few things during the night here on the moon. The sun is just making its way up on this side of the moon. I've went ahead and prepared a few things for us. I got a couple compressors made up and made us up some compressed aluminum. We have ourselves some compressed steel and compressed bronze. I went ahead and took a look at the recipe to make the buggy, which you can actually do in NEI without the schematic. So let's take a look at what we need. We need some heavy-duty plates. We're also going to need some buggy wheels, which we won't be able to get because we need leather. So we're going to have to make our way back to Earth and grab us some cows, some leather, and such. So we'll have to do that somehow. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm thinking we might end up making ourselves couple more lassos because we have 14 ender pearls, plus we have that ender lily stuff, which we might go ahead and get started. I don't know, can I place it? I think I need just regular dirt. Hold on, I'm pretty sure they grow better on end stone, but I don't quite know if I can make it. Resonant ender with a fluid transposer onto sandstone will give me end stone. 250 millibuckets. I believe that's one ender pearl too. You know, we might give that a try. Let's do it. Fluid. Oops. Work eye. Alright. Fluid transposer. What do we need? Machine frame. Done. Redstone reception coil. Done. Glass bucket. Copper. Do I have bucket? I have bucket. Fluid transposer. Alright, let's see what we can do. We should have sand, so we can go ahead and make the sandstone real easy. So we'll go ahead and make 4 of you. We're also going to need a Magma Crucible too, though. So let's go ahead and grab 4 of those. Let's make the Magma Crucible. Machine frame. Reception coil. Bucket. Wait, what are we missing? Oh, nether brick. Gotcha. 2 of them. Good. Alright, let's go ahead and actually make another bucket. We'll just do that again. There we go. So there's our Magma Crucible. And now we need power. I'm not sure, but I think we can actually hook these up to these machines down here. Our hydrogen power. Alright, you guys need to be shush for a minute. I'm going to just turn that down for a minute. I was reading some comments. People were saying that we could actually export out the oxygen, and some people were saying that we only needed 1 separator. I've tried placing the hydrogen generator on this side and used it and flipped it around each way. That didn't work. I've tried pulling out a fluid duct and hooking it up. That didn't actually connect to the hydrogen generator at all either. I'll show you guys here in a little bit, maybe. We'll see. Let's try to get this working. I think we can hook this up over here. This is just going to be temporary. Okay, yeah, that does work. Wow, jeez, look at how fast that thing fills up. That is insane. Good, that means it won't take very long. Alright, let's see. We want it to go out that side. And none of this really matters, so let's get 1 ender pearl going real fast. Let's put our sandstone in there. Alright, there we go. There's 250. Input blue. So there we go. Fluid transposer's doing its thing. Alright, good. So we'll go ahead and let that work. Alright, well, let's go ahead and see what else we're going to need to do. I went ahead and also picked up my GravityGun. Someone said that we can actually pick up that other chest. Whoop, with the GravityGun. Okay, that's not working. Yep, that didn't work. Alright guys, apologies, my game crashed as soon as I came back through the portal. Back to base, and it put me back down here. So I got my resonant ender in there. Let's go ahead and re-accept this back to where it was, to blue. And we'll let that start doing its thing again. Alright. Gonna have to be careful with the portal. Alright, okay, that's fine there. Now, I think we want to go ahead and get started with this and set this up like so. Alright, good. So this is going to make us, what is that called? That one stuff that we need. Come on, hurry up. Heavy duty plate, right. So we need that, and then I believe we're also going to need some meteoric iron, which I have cooked up here. I've done a little bit of collecting around for some of this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that all out. Oh. Thought I actually had some more. Alright. All we have is this. So I believe that it's just single. Okay. Alright, so just put it in there like that, and that will make us some more compressed meteoric iron, which is what we're going to be needing with some of these heavy-duty plates eventually. Alright, good. So that's going to work. That's going to do its thing. I want to be careful because I want to let this finish. I've had instances where if I left like this chunk and I loaded it back in, everything inside the compressor disappeared. The fuel, the items over here, and its product all disappeared. So I'm just going to kind of hang around here for a minute and let it finish. So while we wait for there are a few things to finish up. Oh good, we got our endstone. That's done. I'm going to go ahead and pick these guys up. What we're also going to be doing is we're going to make ourselves a new Tinker's Construct pickaxe. I want some grass, and we're going to make it. So that's what we're going to wind up doing. In just a minute, we're going to make ourselves a Silk Touch pickaxe, or something that's going to help us with Silk Touch. I don't know if I'd call it Silk Touch, but it has that effect on there. Alright, good. So these guys eventually will start to grow ender pearls for us, slowly but surely. They're quite slow. I think it takes us... I'm thinking maybe like... Is it like 30 minutes on endstone for each of these? And they'll each produce us one ender pearl, which is really nice. And as soon as we leave the moon and we make our way to Mars, we are taking that with us. I promise. Alright, you come here. I want to place this guy. Finally. Right, let's get up here. I'm going to put him right on top of this temporary base for now. And... this is Bentley's Moonbase 1. Go. Thank you. Kind of a lame name, I know. But, I don't know where I'm going to start working on the main part of our base. I'm thinking it's going to be over there, and I'll probably just do it off camera, because it's probably going to be a long, drawn-out process. So I'll probably do it off camera and show you guys when we get back, and just get everything moved over real quick on camera one day, and we'll just do from there, I think. Alright, let's put this back, let's put that back. I think we're just going to make us our standard, let's see, iron pickaxe, probably. Because I don't have any cobalt. I don't have any lumite. But I do have an emerald, which we're going to need. So we're going to need the emerald. Ooh, I got some aluminum brass. Alright, good. Let's take about 4 pieces of that. Let's see. Maybe some iron. I think 1 piece of iron should be okay for us right now. What do I want to make the handle out of? That's the question. Maybe we could, because if we use iron, it's going to be pretty easy to repair it. So we have a lot of iron. Yeah, we don't have any netherrack. Let's see, I'm trying to find something that would work very well for the handle, but nothing's really coming to mind at the moment. Do we have the books? What about materials and you? What do we need for that? A book. Okay, blank pattern and paper. Okay, I can do that. Right, we should have paper. No, we need sugarcane. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have some blank patterns down here that we're going to be needing here shortly. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get the iron ingot cooking up for us. Let's go ahead and combine that with that. That'll make us this, but I don't think this is the one we need. Or the one I want. I knew I should have brought those books with me. Oh, okay. You just place it in a crafting square. You'll get the next one. There we go. Alright, so I wanted to look through here. Should have... Right, so stone, iron, flint. I'm looking at handle modifiers here. So I could use bone. Netherrack would have been nice. I don't think I have any of the slime. I'll have to look. Alright. Copper might be pretty decent, it looks like. We got a 1.15 handle modifier. Steel, 1.3. Same with bronze, though. Bronze is 1.3. Alright, and what we're going to be making is... down here, I think, or we passed it. Right here. A silky cloth. We're going to need 4 silky cloth surrounded by an emerald. We're going to be making that, so we need... Wait. 32? I think you can actually pull that up in here. Silky jewel, and I think you can actually look at that in there. So, yeah, we need 4 of these, so we're going to need 32 pieces of string. Alright, let's get that going. Wow, they're already somewhat growing. That's nice. String. Alright, we got plenty of string, it looks like. We're going to need to pull that out. Do we have any gold nuggets? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and make one little set. If we surround that with string, we get our silky cloth. See, we have the spider spawners. That's why I'm not too worried about doing this. And then we'll get ourselves our silky jewel. Good. We still got 1 emerald left. Alright, so we need to make ourselves our patterns that we need. I think in the pattern hit... Oh, no. You weren't supposed to do that. In fact, I think it even messed up. I've noticed this thing doesn't work great all the time, but it sure made my my aluminum ingots really, really quickly. Maybe I could just put it back in. See, and that one's already got a little bit in there, so I'm not too worried about that. Where did it go? It's not in there. I have no clue. I have no idea. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, we'll just go ahead and get our stuff set up real quick. Alright, so we're gonna need a pickaxe head. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and get the aluminum brass cooking up so we can make the casts. So let's go ahead and close these off. That way it doesn't spill out. In fact, we'll just pick this up. Come here. Okay. I saw you fly up in the air, but I guess the hopper said something different. Alright, that's fine. Good. Alright, that is just about done. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, stone. Stone, cobble, anywhere? Anyone? Alright, we have this guy, our wireless access terminal. Doesn't work here, but we can sync it up real quick. There we go. No signal. Oh, right, we need the wireless stuff. Alright, I'll do that later. Forgot all about that. Drat. Alright, anyway, let's grab some cobblestone. We'll just grab a whole stack, why not? Why not? We're probably going to wind up using it anyway eventually. Alright, part builder. Make ourselves our stone pickaxe head. Place you there. Do that. Close it off. That's done. That'll eject. What are you doing? Oh, right. I'm pretty sure these fluid ducts, now that I'm seeing that, actually have a buffer. So that kind of stinks. Urgh. I should be able to remelt those down. Okay, good. We got the iron ingot bank in there. Nice. All right, let's put that there. Should be able to have that send out. And there it is. Iron pickaxe head. Good. Those things are weird sometimes with this thing. You can also use the extra utilities pipes, which I might do at some point later on. Maybe in a different series. Maybe. We'll see. So we got iron pickaxe head. We're good there. I think I might just use paper for the binding. There we go. And then we're going to need a tool rod pattern. All right, let's put that in there. Should be able to make the paper binding. Looking good. And then now all we need is the tool rod. So what do I want to make that out of? Let's go ahead and close that off for now. All right, we have that in there. I'm pretty sure we can remelt those down. I'm hoping. If not, then I'll just have to chalk that up for a mistake. All right, so steel. Can I use... I should be able to use that. Let's give it a try. Because steel has a 1.3 modifier for handle, I believe. So, if I remember correctly, we should be able to... Let's say, did I not put that in there? Good, it's going to melt. Awesome. All right, and then... place that. Actually, whoop, come here, you. We need that back. Let's see, does that melt? No, drat. Alright, that's a pain. I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to do them one at a time, I guess. Alright, so let's grab one of you. Actually, we can put you back. We don't need the paper anymore. So nice being light on the moon finally. Feels like it's been so long. Alright, good. So we'll put the aluminum brass in there. Steel's going to take just a minute to finish. Now we do need a tool rod. Let's make a stone one. Pull the shard out. Place it in there. Place you there. And we're going to switch this out. So the steel ingot's going to finish first. It's going to be right there on top. I think we'll go ahead and make up 2 steel handles. So that way if we want to use it for something else later on, we can. So I'm going to click the aluminum brass to switch it to the bottom. And we're going to pour this out. So there you go. Fill up. Alright, now I got a feeling the steel went in there too. It did. Alright, which is probably okay. I think if we just do this now... That's going to fill up both of them anyway. Yep, there we go. 2 steel tool rods. That's fine. That is perfectly okay. Alright, so let's make our pickaxe. Steel tool rod. Iron pickaxe head. And the paper binding. So we have... it's not, like, amazing, but it's going to work for us. So, we'll call this the smooth iron. I like that. And it's even got reinforced too, which is kind of cool. We got rideable and reinforced too. Cool. All right. We're going to go back here. We're going to set that guy right there. We're going to add the silky jewel on top of it. Pretty cool. So it's going to add the silk touch modifier on this. Good. Place this back in. Oop, not you. You. And put that in there as well. We're good. Stone tool rod. Let's put stone items there. There we go. Awesome. So we should be able to silk touch whatever we want. We can add some more modifiers on this too. I'm thinking maybe a diamond. So a diamond. We could add an emerald for more durability, but I'm not going to do that. Thinking redstone. Thinking 2 modifiers of redstone. Alright, so we got 10 redstone blocks and 10 pieces of redstone. That should give us 2 modifiers worth of redstone, making this a pretty fast mining pickaxe. Alright, so there we go. I don't know if I want to do that now. Because a mining level and that's redstone. I don't like the way that looks, though. That looks kind of weird. It doesn't look right. Alright, let's just put the redstone on it. So there we go. This will be pretty quick. Quiet! I don't need to listen to you right now, noise. Alright, so there we go. We got 2 modifiers worth of haste. So we have 1 modifier remaining. Mining speed of 11. Not too bad. Looking good so far. I think I might just leave it like that because I'm just going to be picking up dirt with it. Wonder if there's anything else I could add to this later on. We'll see. But for now, this is going to work for what I want it to, which is perfect. Alright, good. So, let's see. Check. Downstairs is check. So I do need to go back to Earth to pick up some more dirt for 1. So we're probably going to be doing that next. And this is done, our heavy duty plates. So how many do we need for our buggy? Alright, so we're going to need 3, 4, 5, 11 there. This is just compressed steel and iron. So do we have any compressed steel? No. Iron. Alright, we have some compressed iron, which is good. We need some coal. So we're going to make up some more compressed steel. So we'll put 16 in there. And we'll put 16 in there. And then we can go ahead and grab meteoric iron out of this one. Place it in here. And I think what we're going to be doing now is getting ourselves ready to go back to Earth. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys with me. So I'm going to go ahead and bring all of this stuff back with us. That way we have stuff ready to go. I think I need a good launching platform. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to grab. I was going to grab some more oxygen. Let's go ahead and grab our tanks. There we go. As you can see, I'm running a little low, but we're okay for the moment. I think we'll put it out here for now. Yeah, I think it'll be a good spot. Alright, so I'm going to get this ready for liftoff, and we're going to head back to Earth here in just a minute. I'm going to let this stuff finish compressing up and get a few more things ready, and we'll be right back when we're ready to take off. Alright guys, and we're back. So, I also just remembered that someone gave me a little tip that I didn't know, that you can actually get the default portal gun back by smelting the bacon gun that we got. Okay, maybe it doesn't work in a normal furnace. Maybe or an iron furnace. Maybe we just need a normal furnace. Alright, I'm hoping this is going to work. Alright, so it goes in there. That's a good sign so far. Let's actually just use, a piece of charcoal for this. Okay, that's not working. What does it need to be the blue part? Ah, no, that's not working. Okay, well, I appreciate the help, but it doesn't look like that was working. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe we actually need coal for that. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's working. Darn, that would have been awesome. I love having different portal guns, but in this case it looks like that's not going to work, so thanks for the help anyway, though. I appreciate it. Alright, now another thing we want to make is probably a couple more lassos. Let's see. We're going to need a few pieces of string, some more gold nuggets. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a few more of those. Let's go ahead and do 18. Ooh, string's running a little low. And we should be able to make 2 more golden lassos. That way we can go ahead and pick up 2 cows. Alright, we're good. Compressed steel is done. Awesome. Let's put that back away. And we're going to make our way back to Earth. And we're going to come back. Actually, we're actually going to have to make a stop to our space station to pick up some more fuel. because this is all we have to get back besides what's in here. So I think we're good to go, guys. Actually, I think first I'm going to go ahead and switch out my oxygen tanks. There we go. All right, that should be more than enough. Here we go. I don't have a parachute, long fall boots, buddy, and a jetpack. I am more than okay. Let's do this. Oh, ooh. Hello. You can't see my face very well. It's behind the mask. Don't worry, it's there. But we're going back to Earth. We got some stuff to pick up. Primarily some grass. Then we gotta get some cows. For later, we're gonna need them. Pretty sure. Alright. See you guys back there in just a second. I love this animation. Oh, it's so cool. Oh. Oh, wow. You'd think they could furnish this a little bit better. It's a one-man trip, though. I hope I didn't leave anything behind that I was supposed to do. It's too late now. I hope. Alright, let's turn that back on so I can get an eye out on to where we need to be at. Looks like we got to get up to about 1200 to get back to the dimension screen. Sorry guys about the music. I wish I could play some music for you guys on the trip up. Yeah, look how far away that is. That's awesome. But, yeah. Thanks, YouTube. Much appreciated. Alright, here we go. We're going back to the moon. Right? Nope, not the moon. Overworld. That was going to be a disaster. Here we go. There we go. Who needs a parachute? And what about my chest? Alright, well, while we're waiting on the chest, because it seems like it's probably going to take a second to get back, we're going to go ahead and pick up some grass with our new Silk Touch pickaxe. I made a pickaxe instead of a shovel because now I can actually use the pickaxe to pick up both grass and blocks like ores and stuff, so I figured a pickaxe would be fine in this case. So let's go ahead and pick up the fuel that's remaining, and I'll go ahead and leave that there for now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a few things while we're here. Make our way back to our Earth compound. Phew, I have missed you. Look at these old doors. They're so old. I think our quarry is done too, so this portal's going to take me to my quarry. Should be able to see. Looks like it's done. I think it's done. Because I haven't been getting any items from it lately, so yeah, I might have to go ahead and move this as well so we can continue to get some more items in from our quarry, so I'll probably do that real quick. And we got some cows back here, and I'm probably going to be shearing these guys for the wool. But I'm going to pick up 2 cows. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab us some more grass blocks, some wool, move my quarry, and we're ready to go back to the moon. In fact, actually, I'll meet you guys back on the moon. That probably sounds... I hate you. I'll meet you guys back on the moon. Alright, guys. Well, a few things before we make our way back to the moon. I think I know why my quarry wasn't working. We have power in our CESU and our MFE. It's hooked up to the quarry, but it's not working. I think that update with the mechanism kind of messed things up with how we were working our quarry before. So if I undo this and I open up these guys, now they're receiving power again from our solar panel. So I think we're going to have to go and pick us up some of those universal cables to hook it up to our quarry, which I'll probably do off camera, so because I don't have any with me. I also had to go on a little mining trip to find some lapis because I didn't have any more landmarks or lapis here on the Earth base, and I managed to find some diamonds, which I also went ahead and tried to pick up with our smooth iron pickaxe, and it actually worked. I thought you actually needed a higher mining level than redstone, but nope, that works out just fine. So we got some diamond ore, and I accidentally hit some with my electric hammer here, so we got 11 more diamonds there. Let's go ahead and mine these guys up and see what we get real quick. Yes, all the diamonds. So 15 plus another 11. We got 26 diamonds, looking good. Plus I got 2 stacks of grass blocks. I figured that'll be enough for us. And we got our cows. We got about a stack and 9 pieces of wool. I think we're doing pretty good. So I am going to go ahead and make my way to the space station, pick up some more fuel in these fuel canisters. I'm going to refill them and then make my way back to the moon. I'll see you guys back there in just a minute. Alright guys, here we are. We're back on the moon. We're coming in hot. Slow down. Uh-oh. Slow down. Did I make it? Oh. Ooh, phew. That was close. I was getting a little worried there for a minute. Like, no joke. I was seriously getting worried. Alright, here we go. Let's grab this and this. Alright, we'll leave you there for now. We have all of our canisters filled up and ready to go. The sun is actually about to make its way down, it looks like, on the moon. So we got to hurry. We got a little bit of work left to do. Unfortunately, we didn't have any leather on Earth. So we're going to have to go ahead and set up an area for our cows real quick. And I'll have to breed them and obtain some more leather while it's nighttime. So, ooh, the ender pearls are looking pretty good. That's nice. Alright, so I'm thinking we're probably going to be able to go ahead and just pick this guy up. I think, did I break that? I broke that, didn't I? Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I'm not going to be using that right now anyway. Alright, so I think for now, I'm probably going to go ahead and continue using this setup out here with the oxygen distributor. And we should have some oxygen being pumped into it down here somehow from over here, it looks like. Alright, so what I'm going to wind up doing is grabbing some of that cabling, and we're going to hook up this oxygen collector to our power supply of our hydrogen down here. So let's see, do we have any cable? We got 12. So I'm probably going to have to make up some more steel. We're going to need some redstone. Let's see. Yeah, we're probably going to need to go ahead and make up some more. That should be enough to get us going. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get us all the way working, though. So this is an issue right here. We're going to have to replace all of this wiring because I'm pretty sure this aluminum wire is going to be... Did I do that? It's going to practically be like no use for us anymore. So we're going to just have to get rid of it. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. And then I'm also going to be replacing all of this dirt with grass. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and just let it spread real quick. So let's go ahead and empty our inventory. Fuel, batteries. I went ahead and brought a fuel drum from our space station. Let's see, rocket launcher pad. Air's looking good on us right now. Put the coal we picked up from Earth, the iron we picked up from Earth. Generator, we don't need that. Put that away. Alright, good. That's a little bit better. Alright, let's grab some grass and let's go ahead and do a few pieces of grass here and there. That way it can just start spreading. It should spread. I hope it does. Alright, we should be able to tell in a minute. Actually, pick you up. Because we actually need that. Alright, because we need power into that guy. We're going to bring him down. And we should be able to... Alright guys, apologies for that, but my game crashed as soon as I hooked up the universal cable there to the CESU and the oxygen collector, so I just went ahead and connected it up by myself. Figured it wouldn't hurt. Looks like our oxygen distributor is actually doing a pretty good job here. So we have ourselves an area for our cows. I'm probably going to go ahead and continue to close this off a little bit better. Maybe make a door or something here for now. Because I don't want the mobs coming in at nighttime, because it's just about nighttime. But I'm going to go ahead and place down our cows real quick. And I'll probably go ahead and place the sheep down. We don't want them going through there, so let me go ahead and close that off for the time being. They should be okay here. I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna wind up doing is breeding them, and then I'm gonna be placing 2 more back in these golden lassos. That way I have them again for later on. So there we go. We got a little fellow. The grass is spreading. I'm gonna do the same thing for the sheep and try to collect some leather for next episode, and we'll try to get ourselves our buggy going. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys would rate the video, I'd really appreciate it, and I think the cows would too, apparently. So we will see you guys again next time. Until then, goodbye.